Hi everyone, this is Ishika Bhattacharjee, and today we are going to explore the ethical considerations in AI. So, artificial intelligence is transforming the world from the way we shop and learn to how we heal and communicate. Artificial intelligence is actually everywhere. But behind every algorithm lies a question that is it fair? Is it right? So, nowadays, AI isn't just a tool, it's kind of a decision maker. It decides which job applicant gets shortlisted. It decides what news you see on your feed. It even helps decide medical diagnosis and loan approvals. But what if the data that trained this AI was biased? Then the decisions it makes can be biased too. So, for instance, if an AI hiring system was trained mostly on resumes of men from tech companies, it might unintentionally prefer male candidates, not because it's evil, but because it learned from biased data. So that's why we need to consider these ethics for AI. So there are five pillars of AI ethics that are fairness, transparency, accountability, privacy, and reliability. We need our AI to have these ethics in it so that our lives and society have the most positive impact from the AI all over the world. So, fairness means that our AI should ensure that all the groups are equally treated to prevent discrimination by using diverse or representative data. Now, it must be transparent. AI should clearly explain its purpose, its data sources, and decision making logic so that we could trust it. Now, think of it like you are just relying on an AI and you don't know what's happening inside it. So it needs to be transparent that where it is getting its data. So that things we must know. The third one is accountability. So suppose a situation in which a person is suffering from a disease and I have just let the person to a AI, and my AI is well trained. It have worked very good and performed very well on different persons also for the same situation. But somehow for this case, my AI failed, and that costs the person's life. Now, this is something we need to discuss more because uh, now in this situation, who are we going to blame? We can't blame the AIs. It's just machines, some irons and some codes. That's it, right? We are going to blame the developers. So whatever the AI does, developers and organizations must take the responsibility. They should establish some documentation. That's the ethics the AI models or the AI developers should consider. Now, the next is privacy. We are feeding so much our personal data to the AI, from which it is getting trained so much well. Now, there must be some consent. Like we are providing our data by knowing it, right? We can't just rely it and suppose I'm talking to a psychological AI and I am sharing my emotions, and that AI is going to take all the emotions of mine and use it somewhere else to train itself, and I haven't given the consent, so it will hurt me in a way, right? It would know all my secrets kind of thing. So AI must protect our data. And not only this emotional scene, suppose I have given some financial data of mine, some bank account details in the AI, and now the developers might use that data for their betterment or their purpose. Now that's we don't want. So there must be some security and compliance with data protection laws. And the last one is reliability. So AI should be safe, secure, and dependable. Now, what does this mean? Again, to the situation where the AI is diagnosing a person who is suffering from a disease, I can trust that AI only when I have seen its progress, its perform well. But still, I can't just blindly rely on that because I don't know what's happening inside it. So, to maintain the reliability, it needs to be transparent again. So, so that the errors or failures must be avoided. So these are the five pillars we should consider while developing a AI. Now, let's move on to some more depth, that is bias in AI. So, simply that AI systems learn from historical data that may already contain human prejudices. Now, just like I said, the male uh, men in the world, the men in the world are so much doing the work from the past so many years, right? And now my AI is trained on that data. So without actually thinking about it, my AI will again choose a man over a female, maybe, because it have learned that men are doing all the work. So it should not be biased to any certain kind of thing, right? Now, like bias in AI often starts quietly. So imagine a facial recognition system that performs better on lighter skin tones because it was trained on limited data sets. Now I have trained my AI on just a data set which contains only light skin tone. Now think about that implications. It would misidentify, or it would not identify any dark skin toned people at all, right? So it is becoming unfair. So bias in AI actually avoids the fairness it should provide to the system, right? So the issue isn't just in the code. It's actually is in the data we feed and the values we embed. So AI learns from humans. And if we are biased, AI mirrors that bias. And then also it sometimes amplifies it, right? Now that's why we need our AIs not to be biased, right? Now, here are the challenges that ensuring fairness by using balanced data sets, building transparent algorithms that can explain their decisions, regular auditing of AI models to detect and correct hidden biases. So we should consider this bias in AI so that we can develop much better AIs that would be fair. Now let's move on to the next thing, that is societal implications. Now, as our AI is growing smarter day by day, many fear job automation, right? Now, there are some jobs like data entry or some content writing that AI can very easily do and very conveniently do. If we give a good prompt, it might give me a very better result. So maybe these kinds of jobs are at a risk, but still they can't be that much creative that a human can be. So machines are replacing repetitive and predictable work, like from factory lines to customer service chatbots. But the bigger question isn't just will AI take our jobs, it's how will society adapt. Now, new roles are emerging, right? AI ethicists, data curators, algorithm auditors. But the transition is uneven. Some people gain new opportunities, others are left behind. Now, ethics in AI isn't just about fairness in algorithms. It's also about fairness in access, opportunity, and impact, right? So you can see this that how AI is impacting the society also. Now let's move forward and see AI in business. So suppose if an AI makes a mistake, who's responsible? The programmer, the company, the machine itself? So this defines the moral frontier of AI, right? Suppose for when a self-driving car crashes. So we must decide that what is a failure of sensors, data, or a human oversight. So again, ethical AI demands transparency, right? So understanding how decisions are made are very important for us and ensuring that they can be questioned or corrected. So in business or in any healthcare or any field, AI should have some transparency so that we can easily have the trust on it, right? Now, to make AI ethical, we must make it responsible, explainable, and inclusive, right? We need to include it so that we can also see what is happening in my AI by using diverse data sets so that we can avoid bias, by designing algorithms that can explain their decisions, creating policies to ensure accountability, or educating people on AI literacy. So that if everyone is educated on the AI part, society evolves alongside technology, right? So we have to upskill ourselves, otherwise our jobs are in danger. And AI is just booming in the business, right? In healthcare, finance, banking, retail, manufacturing, education, in every field you see today, you can have a AI for that field. You can have chat bots in the very minimal way, or you can have diagnostic systems in healthcare also. We can have fraud detection. So AI is just making the businesses grow more rapidly, right? So AI in business is very useful, but we need to consider these ethics. Otherwise, it won't be that much useful for our humans, and it might be worse in the later years. So now let's see. Uh, okay, that's it for today. I just want to tell you that there are some challenges also, right? We have to maintain this transparency. We have to have some proper um, documentations for our AI. And also, we need to have proper data sets so that our AI doesn't get biased. So, AI does not actually decide our future, it is we who are doing that. And it's just a reflection of our collective choices or intentions, right? So if we choose empathy, fairness, AI can uplift humanity. But if we ignore these ethics, we are creating systems and we are risking these systems that can divide and harm the humanity. So just in the end, artificial intelligence isn't about replacing humans. It's about amplifying what's best in us, our creativity, our compassion, and our wisdom. So, still the question remains that what kind of intelligence do we want to create? Because the ethics of AI are the ethics of humanity itself. That's it for today. Thank you so much.